Hello friends, very good morning. All of you are welcome in this YouTube channel. In our last class, we have studied a chapter from the grammar that was determiners, and in the first part of the chapter, we have studied about the articles. Today, we are going to take up the second part of that topic, and here in this part, we are going to discuss about the various other kinds of the chapter, uh, that is demonstratives, possessives, and definite numeral determiners, and after that indefinite adjectives and a lot of others. So friends, get ready, uh, hold your pen and copy and pen down all the important informations of the chapter. The very first thing I am going to take up is the demonstratives. So friends, as we all know that this, that, these are the demonstratives. As we all know very well that this, that is the singular of these. I mean, this is singular and these is plural. They are used to refer a person or persons or things. Okay, this is used in singular and these is used in plural, and it refers to persons or things that are near to the speaker. Yes, this is the best coffee I have had. This over here tells that the coffee was just near to the speaker. In the same way, these magazines are very good. Okay, so these and the same way, that those refer to the things that are away from the speaker, and that shows singulars and those shows plurals. For example, get that dog out of the house, or throw away those shoes in the garbage. So that and those. Friends, regarding uh, that, and whose plural is those, there is one special use, that this is used, I mean that and those is used to avoid repetition of a preceding noun. For examples, my shorts are better than those of my brother. Here, than those is just an effort to avoid the repetition of the shorts, noun shorts, because if those would not have been used over there, then we must have used my shorts are better than the shorts of my brother. So in that case, there would be repetition, so avoid that repetition, we have used shoes. In the same way, our defense academies are better than those of Afghanistan. Okay, so that and these both are used in this sense also. So friends, this was the use of uh, demonstratives. After demonstratives, we are going to take about the possessives. uh, we all know that possessives, there are two words that can be used as the possessives. One is the possessive adjective and another is the possessive pronoun. So friends, only possessive determiners uh, we are going to talk about over here, and possessive determiners are the possessive adjectives. We are not going to talk about possessive pronouns over here. For your clearance, I have uh, presented a beautiful table over here. But very first thing we are to discuss about is that what are possessives. So the possessives are the adjectives especially that are used as the determiners. uh, they show the ownership of a certain thing. Okay, so uh, ownership or possessions are shown with this. For example, I am going to talk about some of the pronouns and about their possessive adjective and possessive pronouns through this uh, table. So I is the subjective case of the personal pronoun I. Its possessive adjective will be my, while mine is its possessive pronoun. You, your is the possessive adjective accordingly, and yours is the possessive pronoun. He, his is the possessive adjective. Only his is the possessive adjective that is used as possessive pronoun also. In case of she, her is the possessive adjective and hers is the possessive pronoun. Friends, in case of it, there is only possessive adjective. There is no possessive pronoun for it. Uh, we, in case of personal pronoun, we, are is the possessive adjective while ours is the possessive pronoun. In case of they, their is the possessive adjective while possessive pronouns is theirs. So friends, we are supposed to be very careful in using them to differentiate between possessive adjective and possessive pronouns. Friends, there you can see this is my bike. Here my is the possessive adjective. It is their house. Their is the possessive adjective. We love our motherland. So here R is the possessive adjective. She has sold her scooty. Here her is the possessive adjective. While you must respect your elders, your is the possessive adjectives. So since we are going to we are talking about the determiners, so we are not taking possessive pronouns any regard. It is just for your information. In this way I have tried to discuss about the possessive uh, determiners over here. After that we are going to take about definite numeral determiners. So friends, definite numerals, if we talk about numerals, friends, two types of numerals are used over here. One is the cardinal numbers, another is the ordinal numbers. Friends, cardinal number is the simple numbers that we study, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the same way, lakhs, millions of numbers are there. These all numbers are the cardinal numbers. These indicate a definite number of object or person. Just like, for example, 3 students are present in the class today. So here 3 is the definite numeral number, that is a cardinal one. 100 soldiers were killed in the fight or in the battle. So 100 is the cardinal number over here. In the same way, the beggar is blind of one eye. So beggar is blind of one eye. Here one is the, she has 2 daughters. 2. 5 boys are sitting on that bench. So 5 is the cardinal number over there. Friends, after that there are ordinal numbers, as I had described you. Ordinal numbers are the numbers that shows order or sequence or position of something. Okay, on which position that thing or that noun is. They refer to first, second, third, 10th, 20th, these all things. So here for example, we can take the girl is third. The girl in the third row is my cousin. So here third show the position of the row. Okay, the man is the first room. The man in the first room is our warden. So in this way you have seen the numbers are the ordinal and cardinal numbers in this part. After that we are going to So friends, indefinite adjectives, and in this part we're going to discuss about some very important uh, adjectives that are used as determiners. So the first one is some. Some is uh, an indefinite adjective. This is generally used in affirmative sentences with uncountable and plural countable numbers. Uh, mean to nouns that are either uncountable and are, if they are countable, then plurals. For example, there is some proof that he is guilty. Some proof. Okay. I have some good ideas. Okay. And I have some useful books in grammar. So in this way you can find out the use of some in this regard. Another use, it can also be used in questions where yes is expected as an answer. Would you like some tea? Here, here it is an expectation that yes will be the answer. Okay. In the same way, could you give me some food? So here, some is also used because it is expected that the answer will be yes. After some, there is the use of any. So be very careful in the use of any. Any, it is used in questions when you want to ask whether something exists or not. Mean to get confirmation. For example, does she have any news regarding COVID-19 cases in Prayagraj? Friends, we all know that at the present time our country, not only our country, whole world is facing the coronavirus pandemic situation. So for that, one question has been made over here. Does she have any news regarding COVID-19 cases in Prayagraj? Meant that is expectation whether yes or no. Okay. In same way, do you have any advice in the matter? So any advice, it also shows the same thing. Okay. Whether something exists or not. Do you have any advice or not? Another important use of any is, it is also used in negative sentences where we want to say that something does not exist. Okay. If we want to show that something does not exist, for example, she does not have any money left. Here there is no existence of money. Okay. I don't need any help, so there is no need of help. In the same way, there are some other uses also. One more, it is also used in affirmative sentences before plural nouns and uncountable nouns when it refers to a quantity of something which may or may not exist. For example, you can stop at any point you like. You can stop at any point. Point is uncountable nouns. Okay. So you can stop at any point. In the same way, you may purchase anything you want. Anything. Okay. The next use of any is, we use any after hardly, barely, scarcely. Yes, these all are the very important adverbs with negative meanings. They, though they look like positive, but they are negative in its sense. Okay, we use any after these all adverbs like hardly, barely, scarcely. He has hardly any money on him. So hardly any money. If we are talking using hardly, then after hardly we use any. Hardly meant scarcely, okay, or barely. There is hardly any sugar in the house. She has barely any beautiful dress. He has scarcely any friends in this new city. So friends, in this way we have tried to see the use of uh, any. Okay. After any there is no. Friends, no is also used in negative and interrogative sentences. We all know it very well. For example, I have no idea about this issue. She has no concern about her parents' health. Do you have no technology? I have no friends in my class. There is no post office in this locality. Okay, so its use is just like the use of not, but it is different. Its use is different with that of the not, because if not was to be used in that condition, I have no idea. With not, the same sentence would have been told, I do not have any idea. Okay, so uh, to avoid various hassle and dazzle, we use no directly. I have no idea. In the same way, I have no friends in my class. There is no post office in this locality. So, after use of no, we are on the next use, that is the use of little and much. Friends, as we all know, that little and much, these all are the adjectives that are used with uh, uncountables. Okay, it is used if the amount is very small, then in that condition we use little, and if the amount is very much, in that case we use much. So these are used to refer to amount or quantity. Both are used with uncountable nouns. Okay, as I was telling you, the very first thing over here, little. Little is used to emphasize a small amount of something. It is negative in sense. It's very easy to understand. Little. Friends, there are three words: little, a little, and the little. So little in this in these three, little gives negative sense. Meant hardly any. It's about to nothing. Little is also okay. There is a little sugar water in the glass. Little water in the glass shows just few drops. Okay. In the same way, she has little knowledge of science. Meant about to nothing. It can be said that she has no knowledge of science. Uh, but to make that positive, we use little knowledge. But it is about to nothing. A little gives positive sense. Okay, a little means there is something, but that's not sufficient. That is very less. Okay, but that is, it is not as less as little. Okay, I want to spend a little time in Dubai, or she has a little water left in her bottle. So a little means greater than little, and the little, it is something different. The little means whole that is available but not sufficient. Okay, so friend, the little is also not much. Okay, but it is whole, whatever is available over there. For example, she tried to help me with the little information, or they consoled me with the little skill that they have. Okay, so after these very useful use of little, we are over here to to talk about much. So friends, much is used for emphasizing large quantities. For example, I have very much milk stored in the refrigerator, and there is not much water left in the bottle. In this way, I have tried to give you the meaning of uh, little and much, and be very careful that little and much both are used for the uncountable nouns. Okay, mean whenever we talk about quantity or amount. Another is few and many. So friends, few and many both are used for the countable nouns. Countable nouns mean the nouns that can be counted. Few is used for less number, while many is used for uh, greater numbers. These are mostly used to refer to number. They are used before plural countable nouns. Few emphasizes a smaller number, and many refer to more numbers. Examples are available over here that you can see. So friends, for example, you can see few students came for the class today. Few students meant it's about to none. Okay, hardly any. Many people went to welcome the Indian cricket team. They stayed in the USA for a few days. Here are few days. So friends, we are over here to talk about some very important point. uh, Practically few and little means not much, hardly any. Few means not many, hardly any. In other words, little and few means practically nothing. Little is used with singular countable nouns, while few is used with plural countable nouns. There are some examples. There is little water in the pot meant hardly any. There are few buses running meant about to none. He had little money. I have few friends. There was little hope of her recovery. Few women can keep a secret. You can find out over here that few is used with uh, plurals. I mean countables, while uh, uh, little is used with the uncountables. While if we talk about little, a little or a little and a few both make a positive sense. A little means some quantity, though not much, while a few indicates a certain number, though not many. There are some examples for you. I shall return the money in a few days means some. In a few days means some days. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Some but not much. In the same way, there are other examples also. She has a little money left. Some but small amount. Okay. Uh, he has a few books of his own. Here, the little and the few imply two statements, one negative and the other affirmative. The little, the few. Okay, both these. After these, there are other uses that we are going to talk. More, less, and fewer. They are mostly used as comparative determinants. They all are, I mean, these three are the comparative determinants: more, less, and fewer. More is the comparative degree of much and many. It is used before plural and uncountable nouns with than to refer to a quantity or amount or number which is greater than uh, another quantity or amount. It is also used to refer to an additional quantity of something. For example, she is more beautiful than Geeta. There are more students in my class than any other class in the school. While less is used to refer to an amount that is less than another amount. Okay, just like for example, she is less intelligent than her elder sister. Your bucket holds less water than mine. Okay, here is also a comparison. Fewer is used where we refer to a group of things that are smaller than another group. For example, there are fewer cars here. There are fewer students in this class. So in this way, after these indefinites, we are going to talk about distributive numerals. And the very first thing that we are to the very first distributive numeral that we are to talk about is the each and every. Friends, be very careful to use each and every. Each is used for two or more persons that are definite when each member is talked individually. When we are going to talk about each and every member individually, in that case we use each. While if we talk whole group, generally in that case we use every. While every is used for more than two persons or things when all the members are talked generally. These always take singular verbs. So be careful in using verbs. Each student has a book in his hand. Each student, each and every, each person must take his turn. Okay. In the same way, there are some examples. Everyone was talking about the coronavirus pandemic uh, pandemic nowadays. After each and every, there are next either and neither. Either means any one of the two, while neither means none of the two. For example, either book will do. I have two pens. You may have either. Take either road, whichever you prefer. Meant either meant you have to select any one of the two, not more. Any one of the two, and for in the case of neither means none of the two. Okay. For example, neither statement is true. Neither party was willing to quit. Either Ram or Raman may join us. Neither Sohan nor Suresh is attending classes nowadays. So friends, after these distributives, we are in position now to talk about the other determiners. And here, first of all, I am taking all. Now, first use of all. All is mostly used with a plural verb when followed by a countable plural noun. It includes all the persons or things of a particular kind. All the boys are required to arrange themselves in a queue, or all the children cannot be treated in the same manner. Another rule, it requires a singular verb when it is followed by an uncountable noun. Okay, if all is used with an uncountable noun, in that case it requires a singular verb. For example, his all the money was wasted in the lottery by his son. His all the information is based on the press conference. Okay, so in this case, here all is used with uncountables, and that is taking singular verbs. Now both this determiner is mostly used to talk about two things of the same kind. It is used to show that two persons or things are involved rather one than one, and is often followed by and. So both Raman and Raghav mean both are involved. Both Raman and Raghav went out for a movie. Or he held oranges in both his hands. After both one, friends, use of one is very common to all of you. It is placed in place of a or an. The meaning is the same as a and an. I know one restaurant. Here one restaurant. Yeah, or it can be used also. I know a restaurant where you can get amazing Chinese food. One man was falsely framed in a murder case. Here one means a man or this man. Okay, so this is used when we talking about writing about a group and we want to say something about a particular member of that group. Okay, now another, it can be used with a singular countable noun to talk about an additional person or thing of the same type. Another, can I have another cup of tea? He opened another branch last month. Other, this determiner is used with plural nouns or sometimes with uncountable nouns also. For example, other people might not have thought like this, or the students are busy in other adjectives. Uh, After other, there is next enough. This determiner is used before uncountable nouns or plural nouns to say that there is something that is sufficient and enough as much as needed. For example, the hotel had enough rooms for all the guests. They did not have enough storage to store all that they had ordered for. After enough, next is most. Most is used to indicate nearly all of an amount of a group. For example, most of the people do not recover from this fatal disease, or most of the people in India are working class. And next one is several. Friends, several is used to indicate an imprecise number that is not very large but more than two. For example, there were several deaths during the coronavirus pandemic in UP. There were several cases of fraud pending against him in the court. So friends, In this way, I have tried to summarize and include all the rules and all the uh, informations regarding determinants in my these two videos. Friends, over here some exercises are given for you uh, to understand. In some of them answers are given, so that can be used in the classwork for you, and there are other exercises that can be used for the homework, and in those exercises the answers has not been given. You are supposed to solve them all and post the answers in the required group. uh, Thank you very much. You may make queries over the class groups or in the YouTube group also. Friends, you can download the PDF of the notes and homeworks through the link that has been given at the uh, in the description. Thank you. Have a nice day.